Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tammy Doe, and here is your Moldavite update for today. Today is September 27th, 2022. Hi everyone. All right. So let's give everyone an update on what's happening energetically. So for those who attended the fall equinox meditation, we opened up a massive grid, a portal with the energy from Mexico, right? So for those who followed along, I took a week journey, a 10-day journey with a friend road trip down to Mexico. And a lot of information and energy was downloaded into the set of Moldavites. And for those who know anything about the Mayan cultures, they talk a lot about doomsday, death, apocalypse. I believe the energy coming through that's absorbed into the apocalypse is into these Moldavites. And so this energy brings a death of an old and bringing forth a new. So during the equinox meditation, everyone was going through the meditation. I opened the grid, and all this death energy from Mexico was pushed in and out during this opening of equinox. Okay, so and this helps activate the Kundalini. This helps activate the light body and bringing forth this death of an old. So whether or not you were in that meditation, it's okay. It was, if you're meant to be there, you were there. If not, we'll keep an eye out for the solstice, winter solstice coming up, and then the spring equinox. So those are the major shift dates. So let's talk about this upcoming energy. We have this 10-10 portal coming up. And so the last couple weeks or months, for those who are going through waves within their reality. So what I mean by that is there's a lot of detachment, okay? There's a lot of breakups, especially with a divine masculine energy. From over here was a very divine masculine energy, and also a divine feminine energy if you're in a relationship. Okay, so if one person is doing the work and growing and the other person is not doing the work, eventually your energy is going to get in such a dissonance that the universe is going to show you signs on why you're no longer in resonance, right? And what holds the relationship, the partnership together is love. It all comes down to love. You can love someone, but the more you learn about this, the more become aware you are of the patterns. It's really important that the other party, the other partner knows how to learn and release and break the pattern. Okay. So this last couple of weeks coming up to this equinox, there's a lot of breakup energy. We break up from a job, break up from a project, break up from something major in your life. But what I saw mostly around in my reality is a breakup of a connection of a relationship. So that is one. Also, very interesting. Ever since coming back to Mexico, my friend messaged me that the friend that we drove the car down to Mexico with, the whole trip, nothing happened to the car. But when I came back to the US, she got 2 car accidents that week, 2 fender benders. The massive Mexico earthquake happened the week after I left. Now, you're talking about a 7.7 earthquake here. That's pretty big. And coming home, with the new Moldavite sets out, I had to actually open up the windows because the house couldn't contain the energy. And what I mean by that is when the energy's out, there's so much energy that the house feels very uncomfortable, right? And what's interesting is I opened up the window, and on the day of the equinox, I saw like cop lights in front of my window, and I looked out, and my neighbor's car got in an accident. Someone hit my neighbor's car, and I thought that was interesting because the energy, I felt like kind of helped them transform or shifted something too. And again, relationship, the people around me, I noticed relationship breakups, right? Or big arguments to help move. You have to have a breakdown for a breakthrough to happen, to really see that clarity of what's happening during the breakup. And this could also mean if you don't have a partner in your life, or this could also be connected with a mother figure or father figure. So if you're very attached to a mother figure, or very attached to a father figure, you notice if there's any arguments, anything that shows up for you to learn that lesson, right? Notice the pattern is what I will say. Notice the pattern, what continues showing up in your life. Notice how it keeps repeating. And when the key out of it is to become aware what is happening. And what I've realized is a lot of it's rooted from our parents. So if you're in a relationship and you're very attached to the other partner, right? Notice whose energy are they carrying? Is it dominantly very similar to your father's energy or your mother's energy? Are they very feminine or they're masculine? Notice how you are, right? Because what ends up happening is both of you are complementing each other as you're going through this growth stage. So notice that typically it's not, the partner is bringing in the energy to help you feel whole and complete. But when we're growing up, we seek the energy of being whole and complete from our parents. So if you do more regressions, you do back more healing, peeling back more layers, it's rooted in our parents, a lot of imprints, a lot of our trauma, a lot of our experiences is triggered from childhood, okay? So as I'm talking about this, all this new energy pounding in, you might get very much agitated, very triggered in your surrounding. The energy just, I feel like it completed last night. So around last night, the energy calmed down. Like, is that it's also the new moon. So that equinox energy has closed out. I actually took the equinox energy meditation down. I had it up for a couple of days for those who missed it and went back. During that meditation, I opened up the grid and my sound wasn't really working and electronics were going in and out. So that's what I mean when there's a lot of energy, that electronics will shift in and out, okay? So we're talking about energy here. So the rebirth completes, things you may notice, things may calm down today. The last couple of days, it's been a roller coaster. It's going through a death of an old. So you've been purging, you've been releasing as much as you can. That's releasing the old you, making room for the new you to come through during the equinox. So now that process has complete yesterday night, today is the rebirth, the new energy of the new you. And as we're heading into this 10-10 portal. So I always refer back to the hero's journey, because the hero's journey, there's you go back to the ordinary world, and then you're going to have another call to adventure, which many of us, or many of you who are going through your journey right now, another call to adventure is coming up, right? A leap of faith is asking forth of you. Either it's going to be a fork in the road. So that's coming up for this 10-10 portal. So maybe you've been seeing 10-10 quite a bit. Notice that now that you're in this rebirth, you finish becoming, the old you dies, this new you is rebirth. Now this next path is going to show up for you. And which path you choose, it's really up to you. There's no right or wrong. And I will tell you that, everyone has their own destiny. Everyone is going to make it through their evolution, whether it be in this lifetime or another lifetime, but we all have our destiny. Some paths may take longer than the other. Just know, facing your fears, choosing your next step, it's coming up for 10-10, okay? So there's going to be a fork in the road coming up for 10-10. I'm going to have that full moon meditation on that day as well. So be aware of what's happening in your surrounding. What else is going on? There's another, okay, so Moldavite. It's interesting because Moldavite is starting to vibrate out of my field. Right, that's very interesting. Even I never thought this day was going to come, but I noticed a lot, even getting a new inventory of Moldavite, it's not really pulling anymore. So what I believe is happening with Moldavite is a stone of transformation. So it is between it's half earth and half space. So this is like the breaking point outside into space, okay? So when you work with so much Moldavite, it's gonna force you to expand to a point where you break that barrier between space, which is earth, heaven, and earth. And what's coming through for me in this next phase is just working with meteorite stones. So this, another meteorite came through for me right before the trip to Mexico. It hasn't really been out until I gotten back. And this holds a lot of the heart chakra energy, okay? So palisite is the new one I'm working with. It has it the last four something years work of Moldavite. No other meteorite has entered my field, maybe like a small one in that Munilausta meteorite, that cube. Every time I have that one out, it opens doors into other dimensions, okay? So that one is safely locked in a safe, wrapped. That's how intense the energy is. And actually I took it out to Zion on 11/11 in 2020. So I believe that Munilausta meteorite is a tesseract, and it opens up this twin flame portal. That's why when I have it out, I'm talking about twin flames. There's going to be there was multiple twin flame energy that showed up embodied through different people. Again, the twin flame comes through for us to learn is to trigger the crap out of us, to have us learn to value ourselves, what we don't value in ourselves, what we're seeking from another that we can't give within ourselves, learning self-love. Okay, so that's what a twin flame energy does. And oftentimes these twin flame energies, you can have different twin flames in multiple lifetimes. The underlying energy is just pure love. Okay, so twin flame is here to show you the polarity, the good and the bad, to have you appreciate and learn to love and value yourself. And as you work with this energy, you enter the solar plexus and you break the barrier into the heart chakra, which is once you enter the heart chakra, this is vibrating at unconditional love. And this, I believe, this stage is when the soulmate comes through. Okay, so it's been interesting. I've been even in my dream state, the soulmate energy is coming through. A couple of weeks ago, it's like the soulmate showed up in a dream and then knocked on my door and it's like, "Are you the one?" Right? They were still questioning, but last night we actually remembered each other in the dream. So it's very interesting. So notice what's happening in your reality. It's all a learning curve. The learning by go up and down, whatever it is. It's going to be a roller coaster. But I feel like once you can attain and master the energy of Moldavite. Talking about Moldavite mastery, yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of Moldavite mastery, my website. I actually took it down the last couple of weeks, but now it's like it renewed, and so the website's coming back again. Okay, so moving forward, I will have more Moldavite mastery courses now that I have all the different sets from the different chakras. But yeah, Moldavite is not really coming out anymore unless I do like a full moon release or during my healing sessions. But as far as the energy here, only the palisite is coming out. So that's all I have for everyone. Keep doing the work. The 1010 portal, pay attention for that. I will be actually check back within a day or two. I'm gonna put in the information on Calendly, how to reserve for this 1010 full moon event. Okay, this is where you choose the path, initiation into the next part of your journey. And also there's a ton of initiation going around. My Reiki sister just got initiated to her witch group, right? Remembering her lifetimes as a witch. So she's getting reinitiated back into that. I recently got an invitation to initiate into the Galactic Federation. That is an energy I've been communicating with the last probably year or two, but just never, it was in and out. But it wasn't until 2 days ago that when I was driving, I just got this really strong message that, are you ready to get initiated into the Galactic Federation? So this is tapping into the higher realms, and it makes a lot of sense too if you are working with Moldavite. We are vibrating on the energy of space, half space, half earth. And yeah, it just makes sense now that I'm tapping into the meteorite rather than a tektite, working strictly with the space stones. Then the Galactic Federation came through. So that's a little update for everyone. If you're going through like a big mess in your life right now, it's okay. That old part of you or that old reality of you is collapsing. Things have just been disappearing over here, in and out. That trip to Mexico for 10 days feels like a dream. What's good right now is just be patient, ground yourself, because the reality is shaking up. There's a huge storm coming through in Florida. There is also a huge typhoon, category 4, that's hitting Da Nang, Vietnam, which is a very holy place. But yeah, things are shaking up. So as your reality breaks apart, just stay calm and centered. Know that you're shifting and you're entering a new frequency, a new channel is what it is. And the end goal is we're all vibrating at love. That is where we're heading. Okay. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Stay on the lookout for the full moon event. I'll post it in my description when it's ready. And that, I'll see everybody for the next episode. Oh, also, I'm going to post up a Feng Shui video with my friend Candice and I. We're going to talk about a lot of spirits that are coming out in October. Day of the Dead is coming up. Halloween is coming up. So already there's a lot of spirits out. So we're going to talk about different cures, how to absorb those negative energy and not have them mess around with you. Okay. And that, I'll send everyone here lots of love, and I'll see everyone for the next episode. Sign off. Don't forget to subscribe.